So I'm playing as the Winnu, and I think it's pretty straightforward, right? Mechatol Rex is my goal. I'm going to gun straight for it, so I think on turn 2 I will claim it. I'm hoping to actually have a technology unlocked, which is the yellow tech, which allows me to swap the blue for the yellow thing production, and for the votes influence allows me to switch that. I'll have a PDS and a station there, so I can actually build with with the workstation and space station, and obviously a resource of 6. Then I'll be able to then have, production of 8 plus a resource of 6 and my home planet, and hopefully another planet or 2 on the way to Mechatol Rex. That's my goal. I'm going to bunker down, hold on to it for as long as possible, and I think people are going to gun for me. Well, we'll see how it goes.
Hi, my name's Sarah Jane. So I'm going to be playing the faction which mainly has trade as their main abilities. So I kind of want to expand a lot. There's 2 portals near my homeworld that actually lead to 2 of the opponent's homeworlds. So I'm hoping to use all the trade goods and stuff that I've got to get to kind of broker a truce between those 2 against any of the other factions that's going to start rapidly and aggressively expanding. So my large production of trade goods is going to start going as bounties on other ships and other players if they decide to be a little bit too aggressive too soon.
Right, so my plan for this game is really just to be as, not defensive, but I don't want to be aggressive at all. Just kind of let the other guys play out and make as many alliances as possible. I'm going to be pretty wary of Josh, because I know what he's like. He loves going gung-ho and just pissing everybody off and killing everyone. Chris likes causing trouble as well, and I know he's going to make a dash straight for Mechatol Rex and just hold that as hard as he can. Sarah's going to be the main one to watch out for though, because she likes to play the objectives, and with the trade faction that she's got, she can acquire a lot of wealth very quickly and just kind of spam out all the things she needs to reach those objectives. But in terms of me, I'm just going to try and play as friendly with everybody as I possibly can until I need to defend myself and get as teched up as quickly as I possibly can. So I'll start doing that by building up a few command tokens. So I've took the command or the leadership card first, so I'm going to get as many command tokens so I can have as many actions as I need to. Then I'm going to try and build up some wealth through planets and trading, so that when I can use the technology card, I can spend the 6 trade goods to purchase the second technology, so I can basically get 2 at a time rather than just the 1, but I need to be able to afford that. So that's the plan now, basically, to get as much trade business and economy as I possibly can, so that then I can continue to ramp up my techs and catch up with everybody else, because obviously when it comes to a fight, I've got a -1 on every single one of my rolls, so I don't want to be getting into too much trouble unless I'm sufficiently advanced enough to negate that loss. So yeah, Josh is probably the main one to look out for though, because he loves playing aggressive and just going at people, so we'll see how that goes.
Okay, I'm Josh. This is my first time playing this game. I have no idea what I'm doing, and I'm going to use that. I'm going to pretend like I know what I'm doing. What I'm really going to do is just try not to win, just annoy the rest and just blob out, get as big about space as I can, and just interfere with people. I'm specifically going to try and stop Jono from winning, because Jono always wins, and yeah, I want to stop that. So I'm just going to really annoy him. I'm going to be really annoying with trade. I'm not going to be help people. I'm really anti-diplomatic but not aggressive. I'm just going to be a big blob of annoyingness, so that everyone has to kind of move around me, and I'm a thorn in everyone's side. That's the plan. So it was a ropey start for me, this game. Didn't quite go as expected. I was hoping to build a bit of an empire, a bit of a corner in the galaxy that can just cause a bit of problems. But my expansion over to Sarah's side was stopped by a little bit of a skirmish. But undeterred, I'm going to go through space and carve out an empire in the space where Jono is kind of leaving me to it. And the idea is to build a bit of a bastion there and then just focus on defence, build up with lots of PDSs, make sure that anyone that gets anywhere near me just gets absolutely ruined. And then bit by bit, as the game goes on, I'm just going to expand around a little bit at a time, maybe one new place every couple turns, and just kind of start a bit of war, start a bit of trouble. But I really need to get a solid foundation, get my rocks sorted. So that's the next step.
Well, my oh my. I've taken Mechazor like second round, and their lord is that put a massive target on my back. Everyone's like, "Oh, we gotta take him! Oh, what? But I think I moved very quick to take Mechazor, but I've got a tiny fleet as well. I'm slowly building a Mechazor, but I mean, Jono, he's decent. He can live with that. He's all up for trading. The minute I get more victory points, of course, that'll change. Sarah's drawing victory points, so I need to point that out as well, because otherwise, everyone's targeting Mechazor, and then Sarah's still gaining victory points. Josh is an unknown at this point. I think if we lose Mechazor, then it'll be up for trading. I think everyone's picturing Mechazor. Don't get me wrong, I'm getting victory points through Mechazor, of course. But yeah, so obviously I'm guaranteed to be a target, but I don't know, move too quick, and I think all three of them are like pretty much aiming their guns towards me at least. So I need to quickly build a Mechazor and a home system. I need to defend both. Otherwise what's the point? Pretty sticky situation.
Okay, so my turn didn't go quite as I expected. I expected more people to be a little bit more aggressive, but they've been slowly expanding. So my ability to influence things with the trades, I don't think has been as powerful as it could have been. I think now it's going to be, now that I can start buying more technology with my trade goods that I've got. And I think people are starting to really want to get the commodities now, as they're running out of resources from their planets, expending them to try and get additional tactics tokens. So hopefully this turn will be the one where I'm the center of attention.
Is huge.
Plus he's managed to claim 12 commodities from me with the trade agreement thing.
Let's get rid of that.
How
much is
No, sir. I've been
6.
purposely avoiding.
I'm gonna say so you can use part 2 of that if you want.
What's part 2?
You get to refresh 2 planets.
I haven't actually exhausted any planets, so I don't think that's useful at the minute.
Because you weren't voting like the rest.
You also got leadership, I guess.
Oh yeah, I can do leadership, can't I? So 2, 4, 5, 6. So I'll get you 2. Tactic, strategy. There we go. So that's my secondary. So it's back to Josh.
Well, 2 fighters.
So 2 fighters. So my Warson will shoot first. It's got 3 shots, hitting on 3s. All hit. So that's 3 shots. Just in case it's relevant, 3 dreadnoughts hitting on 3. Oh wait, no, you've got -1, haven't you? So 2 shots, 2 hits from the Warson, I think. So I need 6 hits from the dreadnought. 1, so that's 3. And then
Not a great turn up for me. I tried to do. I realised I wasn't doing anything in the game. I was just kind of sat there, not doing anything, not getting that powerful. So I thought I'd just go straight for the middle world and take out Chris before he won. But Chris was able to fight back, and I threw everything at him and ended up the game with nothing. So at that point, I was just a dead body waiting for the vultures, and they came in the form of Sarah and Jono, and with a bit of political shenanigans, I managed to at least have some kind of impact on the end. But yeah, bad day for me, but it was a first game, and looking forward to the next.
Yes, so I lost. I got 9 victory points, 1 away. Very last turn, I lost to home system due to Jono attacking me after him promising not to. But it was actually such a good game, and so 9 victory points. Jono, what was it now? Jono had 10. He had initiative, so obviously 1. Sarah had 10, well 11 really, but 10. So, and Josh, first time gaming as well, had 3. So it was just a really good game all around. Many hours, of course, and Winnu very one-dimensional. But you know, we got many victory points from that, so it's not too bad. And I managed to hold Mechatol Rex all game, so that's, you know, pretty happy with that. Anyway, I lost, as you can see by the scores. Also lost my homeworld as well, Winnu, by Jono, of course. No, honestly, great game, and thank you all for watching.
so things didn't go as according to plan. I was attempting to get a lot of trade deals going, but with a lot of other people playing their good primary objectives, when I needed to use, when trade also came up at the same time, I was torn between either like technology or construction or anything over getting my commodities, and I had to choose the other one over that. So I had a lot less in terms of trade power than I expected. I didn't have to do a lot of expanding in the last couple of turns as I focused on the objectives, but in the last turn it came down to, do I take the Imperial objective in order to stop the person who was on 9 points and had Mechatol Rex from winning immediately, or do I try to go for the initiative and hope that I outpace everybody else? And unfortunately, somebody else beat me to it and won by initiative by also getting 10, as I had the potential to get 11 points. But yeah, in hindsight, I probably should have gone for the initiative instead of denying the 10 from the other player.
So basically I won. Nobody was fighting or going for the objective, so I decided that I would attack Chris and take his home planet, which meant he couldn't win because he couldn't achieve any more victory points. And also got me one of the final objectives, which gave me 2 victory points, which managed to rank me right up to the top of the game, and somehow managed to coerce Josh into giving me support for the throne, which gave me the final victory point that I needed. Yeah, and that was pretty much it. The plan that I had kind of worked out. I managed to convince Sarah that attacking me wasn't worth it, so she didn't attack me once throughout the game. Same with Josh. It was only when he had all the planets that I needed in the last turn that I spun on him and took the planet, but he said he was willing to relinquish it, so that was alright, nobody had to die there. And yeah, so that was it. Basically managed to convince Josh and Sarah not to attack me the whole game, so I just built up power. Chris was too weak to worry about me because Josh and Sarah were both goading after him for the whole game, and taking his capital would give me the win. Then I did it, so yeah, pretty good game.